up, boys? We're moving. I'm like surrounded by dicks. What the fuck is... Ooh, we're going. Surprisingly, this hostel where I'm staying seems to be like quite empty. I'm the only person in the swimming pool, so maybe people are elsewhere doing adventures and activities when I shouldn't be here. So instead, I'm here. So anyway, but I think overall the city overall seems a bit quiet. So yeah, it is after all low season. So but overall the island looks nice. I think it's just the weather is a bit iffy, and you know, I suspect that it's gonna rain soon. So yeah, folks tanning, getting their vitamin D fix before they head back to gloomy Europe. Well, it is kind of gloomy here too, so not that it's not, but at least you get, I think, enough sun exposure. Yeah, but and a quick show around of like what do you have here. But I mean, I always find it sad when a lot of public space gets privatized, because then, you know, you take away some of the public areas from the people of the island, and it just becomes like, you know, you don't see really locals here unless they're working. So, and my assumption is basically this whole area over here, this whole beach over here is primarily catering to tourists, and I think it should be like a shared space, you know, because if the access to the beach is, I assume the beach itself is public, but access to it is privatized. I think that's where this becomes a bit of an issue. So it's when you have these access to the beaches being privatized, because then what can people do if they're not staying in the hotels? Because then if you're a local and you're not staying at a hotel, you know, the beach is kind of locked to you and you can't really use it. So anyway, just my political rant for the day about the realities and costs of tourism that maybe people don't talk about as much. So, oh my god, look at that. That is a big statue. Dragons and got dragons and Buddhas with multiple hands, nevertheless. Okay, so who is this? Must be like some special Buddha. Ooh, dragons. I'm gonna spray myself because I feel like the mosquitoes are attacking me. Alrighty, back. I had to spray myself with some of that mosquito DEET product. Look at this, god damn. Whew. Look at this butt. The dragon is like encircling the butt. My god. Whew. Oh, I actually think this is a nice vantage point. Ooh. What is that? Whoa, there's some fish here. Ooh, like dragon looking fish. Oh, imagine there's like crocodiles here. So, see? There we go. Got another view right here. It's actually a nice temple, like a nice setup. Okay. We'll continue our adventure. And we will go and explore the other parts of the temple, particularly the one in the center, and then we'll go to the other temple. Today is going to be temple tours. People are feeding the fish. Oh my god, those are big. Ooh, wow, their faces are, wow. Their faces are, ooh. Whoa, these are big. Wow, this is big fish. Shit, did you see that? They apparently explicitly say do not feed the birds, but there's a guy who's feeding them. Maybe that's their caretaker. Okay, all right. Let's see here if we are... I don't think I'll enter the temple. I think I'll prioritize... Wow. Oh yeah, for sure. There is... Wow. That's our lucky Buddha. Wow. It looks like they're actually like... I wonder if people actually like buried here. This is where I need a bit of an explanation. Wow. You see? People's... I don't know what these things are, but looks like some memorials for dead people. Wow, it's kind of nice, and it's people from all over the world. It's not like just Thai folks. See, Joan Francis Croft. 1923. Wow, she's been through World War II. Whew. So one of the OGs. Now we'll continue our tour of the temple. Kind of get in. Oh my God, I'm walking with my flip-flops, so come on, please take off your shoes. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I hope I don't slip over here. Wow, wow. I don't know if I want to take off my shoes or not, but I think I will take off my shoes and go in. Okay, the floor is hot. Now we're gonna enter and see what's up. There's a cat. There's a cat. There's a nice little cat. Beautiful cat is like taking it easy. Wow. Okay, so ongoing prayers. Again, these seem to be depictions of the Buddha teaching his disciples all kinds of crazy things. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna leave this place. I think again, Big Daddy is here. Alrighty. Okay, now we're gonna go to the chubby Buddha statue, and then we'll go to the next temple. But I have to say, this is gonna sound very ignorant, but I tend to find a lot of similarities between Hinduism and Buddhism, you know, in terms of like graphical depictions and things like that. You know, I'm sure they're quite different, but you know, on a surface level, for someone like me who's, you know, not a connoisseur of religions, I see some similarities. I mean, certainly given that they've developed in a similar part of the world, there must have been some cross-pollination between the two belief systems. But to what extent they borrowed from each other or were influenced by one another is something that's worth looking up and better understanding. Okay, we continue our journey. And again, this temple is sponsored by the one and only AIS. Wherever there is a temple, you must find and you will find an AIS ad. You know, past and present are meeting together to create this incredible mix. Oh, and nice red colors with a little beautiful cat coming here. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I know. Okay. It says here don't feed the birds. Okay. I don't see any signs saying do not take off your shoes, so I will step in with my shoes on. This is a beautiful statue. Chubby Buddha. That's what I like to call him. I was gonna get scammed in Bangkok because somebody wanted me to see the lucky Buddha, but I didn't fall for the scam. I did not fall for the scam. Okay, well, now this is the question: is this a Buddhist or a Hindu temple? Because I feel like that's a Hindu god, maybe, and that too. But wow, this will make for some very nice b-roll, I'm telling you. Okay, look at this. Wow, this is a fascinating thing. Look at that. Ooh, the rabbits are praying for this guy. So I wonder if like these are different versions of the Buddha in different kind of states. Wow, okay. Ooh, wow, this is a nice view of that temple. And surprisingly, for some reason, I feel like this also kind of is similar to, particularly the top, similar to like Asian temple, like or buildings, you know, like Chinese and Japanese ones. So at least architecturally. Continue the exploration. Okay, and the last view of the temple before we head out. Okay, there's a nice little cat ahead of us right there. But this was fun. Do a little side view as we walk in. Need to stop touching my nose. But it's just that the area is so polluted that, you know, the area is polluted, but also like there's also like incense and all of that gets mixed up with the gasoline smell, so it kind of creates this weird mixture. Oh, there's a tomb here. I wonder who's staying here. There must be some super Thailand monk. There we go. It's kind of confusing. Sometimes I feel like these statues of Buddha look like Shiva statues. Ooh, another cat. This is Catland. I'm coming up the stairs a bit. You need the reveal. Oops. There we go. What are we thinking? That is a big statue. Nice. I'm telling you something. The mosquitoes are are plenty over here. I think my next destination is gonna be a beach. Ooh, nice. Oh, these are good. Wow. See, you can't complain about a view like this. The Buddha has got a nice view. See, he's right there chilling, and he wakes up to this beautiful view of the bay. I'm a little bit tired with the stairs, but also a bit post-stress because I took this turn, and it wasn't the best turn I took. It was a very tight right turn, and right turns are like the trickiest ones to do because you have to watch out for incoming traffic behind you and then traffic ahead of you. I wish I could record this with the GoPro, but you know, I need like a clip or something. Look at that. That is a nice view of the bay and the island. I wonder if we could go down there. But what do we think? Is it a good looking spot or no? Leave your comments in the section down below. Pretending to be a YouTuber. Okay, this looks quite cool. There we go. There we go. This would make for a nice B-roll. Okay, now I'm gonna head downstairs and go to the beach. The frame, or like the video from this angle is nice. Look at this. This is nice. It looks like this whole green thing is actually like a dragon statue going all the way up there. There we go. Actually, it starts here. Some more B-roll for good luck, but I'm skeptical it works. All right, let's go to our motorcycle and go to the beach. Hey, we're here. So we managed to get to Mayang Beach, much quieter and emptier than the one that we were in last night or yesterday. A bit harder to get to from where I am because I have to ride a motorcycle for quite a bit, and particularly pass through like a bit of a sketchy area. But I feel like it would be worth it to come here tomorrow if it's not raining, to actually like get basically the get to swim here and everything. But as you can see, there's a nice, I think that's actually Koh Phangan right there ahead of us, but I think, I'm not sure, maybe it's like one of those national parks. But definitely like just so empty, like compared to like the beach I was in yesterday, and even that beach that I went to when I was at the rocks. It was like way more crowded than this, but you know, comparatively this is like super quiet, super empty. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people here. I don't know if it's also has to do with the time maybe, but for sure a much nicer vibe than maybe like where we were yesterday. And also you got a lot of space here, you know, you see there's quite a bit of space, so you don't feel like the buildings are squeezing you between, you know, where you don't have space to walk. That's the problem with the other thing. I think yesterday, not only do you feel like not only does it feel like a bit weird because it's just like all like privatized stuff throughout, but also like the actual amount of beach space, walkable space that you get is like really small compared to this, where it's like a good walk. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to like, I have to think through whether I want to continue walking on this beach, or alternatively, because there is another beach supposedly which has very good sunsets. It's called Bantai Beach, which is 11 minutes away from here, but I don't know. If I go there, I need to account for the time to get back to my hotel. So I think that's where this gets a bit tricky, because yeah, I mean, the road conditions are not great in this part of the island. So yeah, it would be nice to, honestly, like, I don't want to take the highway because yesterday it was a bit sketchy taking the highway, and if I head back right now I'll have to take a longer way to get back home. So I think I'd probably just go where I came from. I think that's probably the safest thing to do. Okay, maybe I want to like walk all the way to that part where you'll see some of the oh, there's a nice kind of apartments over here, or like villas, I think. Right there is like the nice. You know, can't complain about this. It's pretty nice as a view. Some B-roll of the town. Well, yeah, this is pretty cool. We're gonna walk all the way to that part. You know where those palm trees are, because I feel like that'll make for a nice video. That reminds me kind of like Dominican Republic. Oh, there's actually a little temple over here. Oh, that's nice. A little temple in the middle of this beautiful beach. Okay, we'll continue our adventure. Ooh, there's an area with what looks like some trash, sadly, right there. You know, I guess this is what doesn't necessarily get captured in some of the more mainstream videos. Sometimes, you know, you want to beautify certain aspects of a particular city or country, you know, but this is also part of that reality, and you cannot deny it. It's just the same way air quality is really bad. I have to say, here, right where I am right now, the air quality is not that bad, but it is a bit sad that there is all of this stuff over here. But again, you know, I wonder if it's like a thing where, if, you know, it's a tragedy of the commons when it's like public beach, it's not taken care of well, whereas when it gets privatized, you know, because that is also one of the arguments that some people make. But there's countless examples of evidence that, you know, public places can still be public and well taken care of. Yeah, well, you know, I think I'm getting a bit tired and I might want to head back home. I am in a place called Viewpoint, and they do have an obsession with penises in this island. I mean, I do have to say, like, I mean, look at that. Okay, we're gonna hike up for like 10 minutes. So the viewpoint is apparently on someone's private property, and they charge you to go in. All right, let the adventure begin. This kind of be my workout for the day. There is apparently a cable car that can take you up there for an additional 100 baht, so maybe it would have been actually wiser to just pay for the cable car. Okay, well, wow, keep going. This stroll is a throwback to, holy fuck, you know what, maybe I should actually go back and say, okay, look at this. Holy fuck, this is steep, yo. I can't believe actually cars pass by here. This is wild. There are certain parts, actually, certain areas that supposedly I can. I mean, look at this. This shit is actually quite steep, I'm not gonna lie. Holy fuck. It would not be wise to hike up this area if it's raining, but I suppose this makes for some immersive experiences. Whew. Bro, my cardio is shit. By the way, this is literally what people do. Shit. Zero cardio, boys. Zero cardio. Holy fuck, dude. I feel like I'm thrown back to Costa Rica. We're doing some hikes over there. Holy fuck. Keep trying. I know. Keep trying. I'm trying. Ooh. We're in the jungle, boys. I think this probably would be a good time to spray some mosquito. Whew. My god, look at that. Oh yeah, it says never give up. Whew. I feel like we're almost there. There we go. Never give up. I'm trying. Hey. All right. Oh my god. Right. Okay. Hello. Hey. I think actually the view is gonna be worth it. I think the view, when we get up there, hopefully is gonna be worth it. But this is a wake-up call that I need to do way more cardio. Holy fuck. I'm sure you can't even hear me now because my god. Woo. See, if I'm thankful for anything, I'm thankful for my age, you know. Now I know there's some folks out there who'll be like, oh, I know a lot of old people can do this. And that's true. That is true. There are a lot of old people that can do this. But frankly, I don't want to take the risk of waiting until I'm 60 to do some shit like this. Because you better do it when you're young. Because absolutely, see, there we go. Well, slippery boys. There's absolutely nothing that guarantees that you will be healthy and sound in the future to take this path up. So, alrighty. Okay, I think we're almost there. Are we almost there? I think we are. This is the, I think the cable car comes all the way to here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at this. So apparently there's a zip line here, which I will not do, but yeah. Ooh. My gosh. My God. We're there. We're there. Thank you. Oh, nice. Thank you. Whew. That was quite an adventure. And here we are. Okay. Was it worth it to do all of this to get here? I think so. And here are the dicks. They have an obsession with dicks in this island. I think, oh yeah, that's a zip line. Starts here and goes all the way over there. God damn. Nice. The last route. I think it was worth the climb. It was definitely worth the climb. And it's probably a reminder for me that I need to work out more often. I wonder if there is a section on the top. Let's see. Dude, I'm sweating like crazy. Whew. There we go. Oh, that was nice. Have a good day, thank you. This way from here. Forgot. Ready. We'll work our knees a little bit. Took the, wait, oh, this is the zip line, never mind. Okay. And the mosquitoes here are aggressive. They don't play around. So, I was saying, I think I'm gonna head home because there's a lot of traffic. And I feel like it's very tense traffic, you know, like people are either trying to get to their homes or, you know, it just doesn't feel like they're driving. They're a bit like more aggressive than I think normal. Okay, there we go. This looks like, you know, kind of a snaky road down. I was saying earlier that, you know, you can't take your health for granted with these kind of things. Yeah, sure, they have like a funicular here, take people upstairs, but it's not everywhere that they have that. So, you know, I am, let's just say, grateful for, you know, I'm not the fittest people, to say the least. If you know me, you probably know that, but I'm still thankful for having at least the little bit of cardio left and some leg strength to do this. Because, you know, nothing guarantees. This is the thing, you know, you can postpone a lot of things to retirement, but the reality is our health decay. And so, yeah, you gotta take advantage of whatever time you have left. You got this, you don't have much time left. It is a bit of a challenging climb, I must say, especially like cardio-wise. So, yeah. And I think that's the funicular. I think that's another pathway, but we'll just take these stairs. Yeah, I was saying, these are, you know, arguably young, you know, people, and they also seem to be struggling. So, it's you want to add to the camp? Yeah, okay, right. What is this? They seem to have some sort of gains in here. Dude, yeah, I'm saying, you know, this stuff, it's your cardio. You could even have a lot of strength. These guys seem to be quite fit, like strength-wise, muscular and whatnot, but, you know, you get tested on the cardio. That's the thing, you know. It's the cardio, boys. It's the cardio. Alrighty. Okay, watch out for the stairs. We are heading down. Down. Heading down the stairs. Heading down the stairs. Heading down the stairs. Oh. And so, I'm gonna go say hi to the dicks. There we go. That's what's up. Look at this. This is wild, yo. I truly feel like this is like the craziest thing I've ever seen. Look at this. I mean, what is this? I'm like surrounded by dicks. What the fuck is this shit? Jesus. Even the finger. Oh my god. Look at this shit here. Dude, this looks hilarious. My god. Nice. Well, that will be I'll probably use that for my thumbnail. That particular frame. I'll use it in the thumbnail to kind of summarize what this town is all about. Anyway, well, hello friends. They say that possibly there are actual like manifest that, and the last thing we want is to have to like deal with jellyfish. And the jellyfish here have like supposedly like they're quite lethal, you know. It's not like some oh hello how are you type of thing. It's like, and I'm just keeping an eye on my back. Let's see. Hello friends, we're here at Shawang Beach. It's an interesting place. That's our bag right there, and we're just keeping an eye on it, making sure nobody. By the way, this water is fucking salty as hell. I'm gonna tell you that. This water is salty AF. They say, by the way, that I probably should leave after a certain amount of time, because they say that these things like start hunting at night or early morning. So that's it's kind of like what they're. Hello. Holy fuck! I'm inside of algae. Oh my god. Oh holy shit! I got trapped in this algae here. Shit! Look at this. Look at this crap. I was like, wow. There's some big ass shit. My god. Okay. Just need to keep an eye on my bags. That's the important thing. Just to keep an eye on my bags. All right. I'm gonna show you guys this very beautiful view. Somebody's approaching. Well, not. There's probably some. Wow. Frankly, I can't complain about this. You know, it's a good shit. Quite sure that there is, you know, it's quite sure that there's some shit that people taking some photos for the gram, and we are chilling. Ooh, oh yeah. The most important thing is that we should not lose our sunglasses, and we should not lose our bag. Okay. Right. On this note, I think I'm gonna leave with a little nice kind of view of what's surrounding us here. All right. Just trying not to get this baby. So, yeah. Alrighty. Peace out. Next time you'll see me, I think I'll be in Koh Phangan. So, until next one.